Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Welcome to another Elementals Monday. This time we're looking at issue 11 featuring the Manchurian Candidate style global assassin Sanction. Very cool wraparound cover by Bill Willingham. Cannot wait to share it with you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. So if you've been following my channel, you know that my viewer, friend, colleague, and amazing manga cartoonist Jason Coaches sent me a fat stack of the Elementals comics and suggested I do like a weekly review recap, and I was more than happy to do so, as I am Mr. Elementals right now, putting together the final finishing touches on my 40-year Elementals tribute that was successfully funded on Kickstarter a while back and promised in June. It's coming, y'all, I promise. So anyway, we last reviewed issue 7. I'm so sorry we're skipping 8, 9, and 10 because they were not in the lot that Jason sent me. I promise if I find them out in the wild, I will fill in the gaps at a later date. They probably weren't there when Jason picked them up because they're very cool, like color covers. You'll see if I review them, but like kind of photo covers and just very different and probably highly sought at in the run. Anyway, Bill Willingham pencils and plot, Jack Herman script, Rich Rankin inks, Kurt Mauser colors, Bob Pinaha letters, and Elementals The Disordered Man. Special shout out to Kurt Mauser, who wrote a little piece for my tribute book and did beautiful colors on here, and is always happy to share little nuggets of knowledge from back in the day working on one of my favorite books ever. So the Elementals are being pursued by this Manchurian Candidate style assassin named Sanction. He already shot and killed Morningstar, but luckily the Elementals are, they don't really say it, but if they're not immortal, they at least have this great healing power. Like the Elementals that brought them back to life want them here till they complete their mission against evil. So they do regenerate. As you can see, Monoloth. I feel like body horror was such a great part of the Elementals, the unsung part. Like it looks like a straightforward like superhero comic book. You know, the art is very classic, a little reminiscent of John Byrne. They have costumes, they have code names, you know, and they fight bad guys. But there's this Twin Peaksian sort of element to it. Like there's horror, there's magic, there's body horror, and so many twists. It's a little dark, it's a little adult, and it just my gateway to indie comics back in the day. Kamiko, one of the best comic book companies ever. Love them just like sort of recovering from their attack. They know that Sanction's coming back. Agent Porter Scott here, kind of a love interest for Becky. I always loved him. He's like the handsome, agent who sort of guides the team. But he's sort of like their friend, but he's also reporting on them, which they mentioned. So they're like, he even calls him a Nazi here. I love the lighting on this. I kind of love the fact that they're just standing there talking in this raging storm. So meanwhile, Sanction has gone, or this guy has gone to the Elementals. Where are we? I don't know. You know, I did miss a few issues and it's hard to fill in the gaps, but whatever. This is like their butler, their Alfred, their Jarvis, and he lives at the mansion. Becky Fathom, her father owns a mansion, and that's like their headquarters, so they hang out there. And then the Sanction is trying to get the Elementals, and of course, if you're like an Alfred or a normal person in the supporting cast of a superhero book, you're gonna get taken hostage or something at some point. So he hooks up this nuclear bomb to go off, and the Elementals or actually, like, I feel like this bomb, okay, so they're being attacked at their apartment, but they're outside, and then they face off against Sanction again. I love the fight choreography that Bill Willingham brings. Like, he is such a great artist. Like, I feel like he definitely, fight choreography is like such a thing in comic books. Obviously, so and so versus so and so is like as old as comic books. So you got to know how to draw a good fight scene because that's kind of low key what we want to see here. And you're getting it every time. Like it makes me feel like I recall like Morningstar fencing at some point, and I think that Bill Willingham is working in like real world interests for himself. The 90s brought forth a lot of like whack technology and non-reference when it came to guns and things, and I feel like Bill Willingham, especially with his like military and or police background, was kind of always on point as far as drawing like weaponry and stuff like that. I mean, if you see the double page spread of his helicopters and everything, it's like so good. And I just love a great panel like this. The storytelling is so good. I've been reviewing these G.I. Joe silent issues, and one of the precepts of comic books is that if you take out the words, can you tell what's going on? You should be able to if you're a good comic book storyteller. What is the name of this pattern? Everyone says it's cross hatching, but I feel it's too specific. It's like almost triangular in a way. Forgive my tangent. But there's some good textures going on. I love a good anchor. Rich Rankin and Keith Wilson were kind of like the tag team anchors. I think Rich started it and Keith took over. I did enjoy Rich Rankin's inks a lot, and I did enjoy Keith's as well. So both definitely names to remember when it comes to the Elementals mythos for sure. I don't know. It's kind of fun. It's very much like like a superhero book, but like I said, it's also like government, like paranoia and involvement. And there's like, the government wants the elementals, and there are other people out to get them, and da da da. It's so funny. I love this. So, and I love reading like a book from the 80s. Like, not only is it like a landline, but it's got the cord on it, and he's being choked by the guy as he's trying to, which is kind of a funny gag because the guy on the other end of the phone is telling him the secret word he needs to deactivate this quote unquote Manchurian candidate. And he's like, it's very important that you do it in an accent as well. I wonder what the accent was. Drixel, Jaxel, Drossel, Drone, time for this one to come home. Gosh, what if I activated, like, what if I just disappeared after I said that? And like, that was the end of the review. That would be crazy, right? So anyway, he just fades away, and then they have to worry about the bomb. I love like a good like pop culture reference, like the Domino's pizza dumpster, but instead of saying Domino's, it has a domino on it, like, but in the traditional Domino's colors. Like, just little things, is that an Easter egg? I don't think so. It's just a little thing. But so they don't know anything about disarming this nuclear bomb that's just casually on the kitchen table with their butler tied up underneath it. And they're like, well, we only have 5 seconds. Nobody knows how to do it, so just wing it. So he takes off the power source, and luckily it works. And then this is one of the subplots of the book that makes like the whole series just so crazy and so like heart-wrenching, is Morningstar's having an affair with this person who will destroy her life in so many ways. And when you find out their real identity, if you know, it's crazy. I'm not even going to spoil it here. You're going to have to come back for more Elementals Mondays. Sorry for the jump in time. Hopefully, I don't know what the next issue is. You'll have to come back next week to find out. Ginger Fox, an ad for this. So crazy that you could just send away for the graphic novel. Mitch O'Connell art. I have kind of a tie to Ginger Fox. I'm working on a Ginger Fox video that I will share with you hopefully soon while we're on the Kamiko tip. Anyway, Elementals Mondays continues. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching, guys. I will bring you more soon.